Hello there, everybody. Hello, 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 and welcome to another stream here with Fly the Noob, and I hope you all are doing well. I hope you're all doing well. Now, today we are in New Zealand, as you probably guessed by the title here. Right, we're in New Zealand, and the airport we're at, give me a second here, just sorting this out. The airport we're at is called Tekapo Aerodrome. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. Tekapo Aerodrome. Tekapo Aerodrome. So let me just put in the code for that for you guys. It's NZTL. I'm just gonna put that in. NZTL, Tekapo Aerodrome, and our arrival today, we don't know. We don't know where we're arriving for the day, but we're at Tekapo Aerodrome, NZTL, as you can tell. All right, so let's take a quick look around our little aircraft. Is there anybody here? Oh, hello, 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 hello. Swasti Vashisht. How are you doing, Swasti? It's been a long time since you joined the stream. Yes, it has. It has been a very long time. How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? It's been a long time indeed. It's been a long time indeed. Okay, great. Let me just sweat up. Sweat up, says I. I'm streaming for the first time on Twitch, by the way. I am streaming for the first time on Twitch, so that is why there's a little bit of a delay. I'm just trying to figure some stuff out. It's my first time streaming on Twitch here. Just making sure that I can check out the chat from Twitch. So yeah, just making sure that I can check that out. I'm good. How about you? I'm doing well. I'm doing well, Swasti. I'm really happy that you're able to join the stream. We're going to have a bit of fun today. Hope you enjoyed today's stream. If you're able to check me out on Twitch, please do that. But if not, just stay on YouTube. I can interact with you either way. Not a problem. Where's Anas EM Geo Avi? I have no idea. I have no idea where Anas EM and Geo Avi are. I don't know where they are. I think Anas is probably asleep. EM and Geo Avi should be awake, but I have no idea where they're at. Anyway, I'm seeing if there's anyone joining me on Twitch. I don't think there's anybody joining on Twitch, but I'm gonna leave it live anyway. Better get streaming on Twitch. Been looking at Twitch for the past few days and I'm really liking it. Anyway, enough riff-raffing about. Let's go and take a look at this beautiful aircraft. So we're in walk around mode here in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, as you probably guessed. This here is the Cessna Stationair. Okay, it's called the T207A, if I'm not completely mistaken. That is its code. Beautiful looking plane, Cessna. And as you can tell, I've got my favorite kind of retro livery on, the red and beige thing that I really enjoy on these older general aviation planes. And you can tell it is modeled so nicely. Look at how well modeled it is. It is modeled really nicely, right? It looks so good. Yeah, really up close the textures are blurry, but that's so up close there. This is so good. Very nice aircraft. Done really well. Okay, beautiful. Anyway, let's jump into the aircraft for a second here. There we go. We're in cold and dark, as you guessed, and you can tell that this is pretty much an 80s aircraft. You can tell by the interiors. Very much 70s and 80s feel here. Maybe a touch of the 90s as well, right? Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. 80s, 90s is what I would say. The cabin, the seat is not too bad. It's nothing luxurious, but it's definitely not something that's uncomfortable. So yeah, this is our Stationair. Really nice. Let's take a look at it in drone camera view to take a look at some of the closer details here. Lovely stuff. Look at that detail on that tire. Isn't that nice? That is very nice. Beautiful stuff. Cessna, everybody. I love this aircraft. The only thing I hate about it is the fact that it's angled down like a tail dragger. Gives funny views from the cockpit. But around us, as you can tell, is beautiful, beautiful country of New Zealand. We're at the Tekapo Aerodrome. We're going to be taking a look around the area. It's really, really nice area. So we're just going to take a look around the area. Nothing too strenuous today. And then we're going to come back in either for a landing back here or to a nearby airport. One or the other. Okay. Yes, the color is really nice. The color is really, really nice. I'm glad you enjoy the color of the aircraft. Okay. Brilliant. That being said, let's get ourselves started without further delay. We've been around for 10 minutes. I've been doing nothing for 10 minutes except talking. So let's just get into the aircraft, I guess. There we go. Let's get rid of the yoke for the time being and get this aircraft started up. Now it's really easy to start up this little aircraft. Let's turn on the nav lights in advance. Let's turn on batteries. Let's turn on the auxiliary fuel pump and the alternator there. And we've got fuel selection on the left fuel tank. Let's put the mixture to fuel full rate and just like that, we're started up. Okay. We are up and running. Nice and easy. Let's run the throttle a little bit, get the RPM up slightly to north of 1000. There we go, nice and easy. Cowl flaps are open here today. Yes, the cowl flaps are fully open. We can also drop our flaps for takeoff. Shall we do that? There we go. There we go. Very good. Very good. Brilliant. Let's we need to turn on our beacon lights, pitot heats, avionics master, auxiliary fuel pump can come off. What else do we need to do? What else do we need to do here? Taxi lights can come on. Landing and strobe lights can come on when we're at the start. Okay, let's calibrate our altimeter, and as you can tell, we're at around 3,550 feet here, which is not too bad. If you look at the airport elevation, it's supposed to be... What is it supposed to be? 2,476 feet. Oh, sorry, not my bad. Not 3,000, it's 2,500 feet, so that's correct. Yep. So we're at 2,500 feet of elevation. Perfect. Everything is calibrated the way it should be. We can give ourselves 5,000 as the autopilot altitude here. Okay, we'll give it as 5,000. We'll leave it on here in case we need to use it during the flight. I doubt it, but still. Okay, without further delay, let's get ourselves up and out of here now. To that, we'll release our parking brake. There we go. And we are rolling. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Okay. We could just turn around here, and as you can tell, this aircraft is very, very easy to taxi. It is a bit slippery, so it does have a tendency to get away from you while taxiing. But apart from that, ooh, bump there. Doesn't really have too many issues. It is very nice sounding aircraft. We'll rev it up once we are at the end of the runway. We'll take a look at that. Very, very nice. I don't have any of the views set up for this aircraft too. So we're just taking it for a quick spin here today, and mind you, is my first ever time flying this particular aircraft, so it's going to be interesting. Okay, let's turn around. Let us turn around. Ooh. Brakes don't seem to have much effect when we're going that quickly. We're taxiing very quickly here in typical fashion for us. Oh, there we go. Let's put down that parking brake. Let's take a listen to the engine sounds, because they're really nice, right? So let's take a look at it. Thank you. What's my handle on Twitch? What's my name on Twitch? Same thing. It is exactly the same thing. Fly the Noob on Twitch. Exactly the same thing. Alright, exactly the same thing. Okay. So let's get ourselves out of here. Let us get ourselves out of here, shall we? Okay. Releasing parking brake. Revving up. Yes, it is. It's a very nice sounding engine indeed. Okay, fairly stable, not much of an issue. Let's see if we can get ourselves... Oh my goodness. All of a sudden the aircraft has decided... Oof, that was interesting. But anyway, we're up and out of there. We are up and out of there. Very nice. Okay. Let's give it off to the autopilot for just a second here. The autopilot heading is here. Okay, I'm just going to give it off to the autopilot for just a second here. So let me do that right about... Okay, let me just gain a bit of altitude and I'm going to give it off to the autopilot while we set up RPM and flaps and all that stuff. Okay. Looking good. Looking good. Okay, flaps up. Autopilot. Altitude hold, please. Heading mode on, please. We'll turn a bit off to the right here. Let's push our cowl flaps down to closed. Propeller RPM slightly reduced, so we can stay in the green there. Throttle slightly cut. There we go. Can stay in the green there. And fuel mixture somewhere there. Perfect. What else do we need to do here? Flaps are completely up. We don't need to do anything else. Oh, we forgot to turn on our landing and strobe lights. Well, that's something we forgot to do. I knew there was something I was missing. Nonetheless, we are back. There we go. Ooh. Is the rudder stuck? Yeah, the rudder is stuck. Okay. Autopilot is still on. Everything is functioning as it should. Yeah, autopilot is on. Okay, heading altitude. Okay, we'll leave it here for the time being. We've left behind our airstrip right there. Looking good, looking good. Now, which way shall we turn? I think let's take a hard right turn for the time being. And we'll take a look at what we've got. Okay. There's Lake Tekapo off to our right hand side. So if we don't crash, that is, let me try and get ourselves up here. That altitude up, please. Okay. Vertical speed is up. Where do I control the vertical speed on this thing? Actually, I have no idea. Actually, I have no idea where I control the... Oh, maybe it's by doing this? No. I have no idea. Anyway, we're going to check out Lake Tekapo here. There must be a way to control the vertical speed somewhere in the cockpit. First time flying the aircraft, so I have no idea where that is. Cabin air. Do we need cabin air? No, we don't. Where is it? How do I control the vertical speed? If I say altitude... Ah, there it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. We go up to 4,000, 5,000 feet maybe? No. Yeah, 5,000 feet. And then I'll press arm that. Then altitude VS will go... Oh, come on. VS... Oh, how does this thing work? Okay. I have no idea how this thing works. This is interesting. I can't figure it out. Oh, okay, now it's working. Oh, it's because we've already reached our altitude. Never mind. Let me test that just because it's my first time. Let me test that. Let me go to VS here and press up. Wait, hold on. 5,200 arm it. VS up, down. Yep, it's working now. There we go. It is working now. Brilliant. So if I command it to go a little higher, yes it will. If I command it to go a little lower, perfect. Okay, that is perfect. If I decided to go to, let's say, go to altitude, 5,400, arm it, go to VS, go 500. Perfect. Learned how to operate that. Very nice. Are belly views a possibility on this? Yes. Belly views are a possibility on this. As a matter of fact, let's have a look at some of the belly views, yeah? Before we do, let's take a look at this beautiful lake that we're flying over. This is Lake Tekapo, everybody. Lake Tekapo. Okay. Let me turn ourselves around to this way so we can take a look at it. Let's take a look at that. That's a really nice emoji that you've got. It's really nice. Very nice. Okay, we don't want to crash into the mountains here, so let's just turn this way. And once we have turned that way, let me show Swasti her favorite belly views. That is a nice view, don't you think? That is a beautiful little view. That is a nice view. Very nice view. Beautiful. Wait, there are no... Oh, there's the belly view. There's the belly view right there. Oh, that's a very nice emoji. I like that. Is that a sticker or an emoji? That is really cool. That is really cool. This is cool. I really like this. This is that's a beautiful, beautiful area. My gosh, that's lovely. New Zealand, everybody. Beautiful country as usual. Beautiful country as usual. We'll take a look around the lake region. So we'll go into the mountains a little bit and have a look at that as well. We'll take a look at that as well. Nice. Very, very nice. I love this view. Yeah, I figured you'd love it. The YouTube emojis are really nice. Yeah, I don't even know how you guys access these emojis, if I'm being honest, because I can't find them. They are really cool, aren't they? The little YouTube emojis, they're really nice. Let's have a look at some other views, eh? What do you think about this view, the one from the tail? Look at the beacon light on that. That beacon light is so well modeled. I have to say, For an aircraft that's already included in the default MSFS 2024, I feel like that is well worth the money, this one. If I'm not wrong, it's one of those aircrafts that were developed for 2020 and they ported it over to 2024 and packaged it as part of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. In either case, it's a very nice aircraft. Well modeled, sounds are really good. Although I must say, one complaint I do have is that all these GA aircrafts, they tend to sound very similar in the default. So I guess it would be kind of nice if they had a little bit of variation in their sound. But again, these views are just gorgeous. They are beautiful. Look at that. Let's head inside our aircraft for a second. We'll head in here. And we'll get ourselves... Should we go into these mountains to the left? Yep, I think that's what we're going to do, right? So let's turn ourselves left here. Our aircraft is being battered a little bit. I'm not too bothered about it. While that's happening, let's take a look around the cabin. Shall we do that? Let's take a look around the cabin. Look at the level of detail on this thing. It's really, really nice. Textures are fantastic. Really cool textures. Look at the seats. Very, very well done aircraft indeed. Okay. Can this aircraft handle the mountains? That's a very good question. I'm not entirely sure if it can. Again, first time flying it. I'm not. That's why. I mean, 5,000 feet we should be fine. It should be pretty much fine till about 9,000 feet. But as we hit 9,000 feet, things start getting a little wonky. For now, we're all right. Although our airspeed is fluctuating a lot, for now we're all right. So let's just have a quick look at the mountains. We'll fly it around. You know what? Should I hand fly it? What do you think? Swasti, since you're watching it right now, why don't you tell me? Should I hand fly it? Should I hand fly it? I feel like that would be fun. Oh, that is a very good looking scene ahead of us. Would you look at that? That is beautiful. Oh, there's no centering of the heading bug by double pressing. That is interesting. Anyway. We are struggling a little bit, as you can probably tell. But for now, we seem okay. And I have to say, this is it's a good looking aircraft, and it's definitely something I prefer over the Cessna 172 or the 15 variants. Because I really don't like the Cessna 172. The Skyhawk, I don't like it. I just hate that aircraft. And as similar as this is to that one, there's just something different about this one that I really like. Maybe it's the 80s and 90s interior that I really enjoy, but it's definitely better. Is that snow? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We are in the snow. Let me know. Would you like me to hand fly this and have a little bit of fun going close by these mountains and stooping low? You let me know and I'll be happy to do that. We can get this a little more interesting here. You let me know. Gorgeous, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh. Man, this is beautiful. You know what? We gotta take a closer look, right? We have to take a closer look. So I'm gonna jump in here, go into the cockpit, and I'm gonna fly this thing myself now. Let's disengage the autopilot here. Yep, we're hand flying it now. Let's hand fly this bad boy. We'll head ourselves down here. Ooh. It's a very high rate of descent here, but still. You know what? Let's cut our throttles back down and let's just allow it to descend here freely. And we'll take a look at the mountains a little closer up. Gorgeous stuff. Look at that. That is definitely beautiful. Let's take a closer look, yeah? Just gonna open up the throttle back there, just a little bit. We'll take a look. Ooh, this is, there's some tight passes everywhere around us. Do you think we can land on this ice? Should we find out? What do you think? What do you think, Swasti? Do you think we should attempt to land here because it's so flat, right? It's so beautifully flat. You know what? We will land on this. Why not? It's too beautiful not to attempt a landing on it. So we'll take a look around here for just a bit. We'll land on that flat area right ahead of us. Let's try a landing. Let's try a landing, shall we? In the spirit of GA bush flying, let's do it. Let's try a little bit of a landing here. Okay, I'm just making sure that the ground is smooth enough to land on. It's not particularly, there's a lot of rocks here. So I'm not entirely sure if landing here is a good idea at the moment. There's too many rocks. Yeah, there's way too many rocks everywhere. So I don't think it would be a good idea to land here. Although there's a little strip there with no rocks on it, that could be a good place to land. Should we land? It's a good question. Speed is dropping as we talk. Should we land? You know what? Let's find out. Oof. It's too many rocks. There's way too many rocks here. But you know what? I'm gonna put it down. Oh, we're heading for those. Come on, go down here. We're essentially floating at this point. Come on. Yep. Okay. Oh, we're gonna crash. We're gonna crash. Oh, yeah. Okay, we put it down. But it's full of rocks. Now the question is, how the hell do we get out of here? It's full of rocks. Okay. That is so full of rocks. Oh my gosh. It's too full of rocks. We can't get out of here. We're stuck. Let's slew ourselves out of here. Let's put ourselves... Yeah, we'll put ourselves here. How about that? Yeah, we'll put ourselves there. There we go. We'll put ourselves right there. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Okay, great. We should have landed where there were no rocks, but anyway. Brilliant. Let's try and get out of here now. Let's see if we can take off. Let's see if we can take off. You know what? We'll try landing again, because that did not really count as a landing. Oh, this is rough. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. This thing is not as flat as the scenery made it look. This thing is not as flat as the scenery made it look. We need to gain some speed to get out of here. Oh my God. That is not good. Okay. Lucky for us, we're out of here. Oh my gosh. This is not flat at all. Landing here is a terrible idea. Oh my, would you look at that? What is that ahead of us? What is that ahead of us? Is that water? Let me just come off the RPM slightly. Come off the throttle slightly, right about there. Okay, we're driving ourselves into a pickle right now, aren't we? We are. But anyway, I like that. Now we're stuck. Nah, we're out now. We're out now. Look at us. We're out now. It's a nice little pocket of water here. So we're if we continue down this path, we're gonna get stuck for sure. I know we are, but you know, being me, I can't help it. I can't help it. Let's just let's go to the side here. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can make this. Let's go to the corner over there, the little nook over there. And then we'll try and turn around without crashing, right? So here's the water underneath us. We'll try and turn around without crashing. That's really nice. Okay, we have to make that tight turn. Oh my gosh. Should I open up the throttle here? Let's try. Okay, I've opened up the throttle. RPM is still pulled back just to keep it healthy. Let's see if we manage to climb out of this one. We're looking good though, for the time being, but this aircraft can't clearly handle the mountains as well as I thought. No issues. Okay. Do we go to the left? You know what? Let me try left. Can we make it out if we go left is a question. There's only one way to find out. There's only one way to find out. Oh gosh. Let's find out. I'm gonna keep it as low as possible here. Let's see if we can climb it out of this little predicament. I think it's okay. I'm not too sure. Let's find out. We should have tried landing here. What do you think? We should try landing here. Oh goodness, this is tight. Oh lord. Oh lord. No. No. Change of plans. I'm landing here. Change of plans. Let's land here. Oh, much better. There we go. We couldn't fly out of there, so we just decided to land it on the side of the mountain there. We're kind of stuck. Yes. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Where are you going? There you go. Go down there. Beautiful. This is so nuts. But hey, it's working. So I'm not complaining. It's working. So okay, that's fun. That is real fun. Okay, let's put on our parking brakes here for a second. There we go. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. We've just landed quite well, as a matter of fact, onto the side of a mountain in New Zealand here with our Stationair. That's not too bad. And I believe we can take off. I believe we can take off too. So that's pretty cool. Right, so let's try taking off, right? Let's try that. Wait. I have an idea. Let's go in walk around mode right now and see if it's possible. How about that? Oh, yes. Look at us taking a look at our aircraft that we've just managed to land onto the side of a mountain here. Very nicely, I might add. It was a smooth touchdown. And we're just walking around. We're just walking around. Pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Damn, that's a good looking mountain. Oh, would you look at that? We can see our footsteps. Look at that. My shoes. That is not the attire to be wearing when we're on the mountains. This aircraft is amazing. I didn't expect it to be able to do this. Yeah, it's pretty fun, right? The fact that you can't really get yourself out of situations makes it all the more exciting, if I'm being honest. Now there's a view. There is a view right there. There is a good view right there, don't you think? I need to change the thumbnail for this live stream. Let me change the thumbnail for this live stream into this. That's a good view right there. Let me take a little screenshot. Let me take a little screenshot of that. That is how we do it. That is how we do it. That is so cool. It's really cool. Yeah, let's jump back in here. Put our flaps down. Parking brake is on. I'm gonna put our throttle up. I'm gonna leave our RPM low here. Let's find out if we can actually take off. Okay. Okay. Oh, we crashed. Oh, come on. That was so close. We were so close, man. We were so close. That sucks. We were so close, though. We were so close. Anyway, that was fun. That was real fun. Let's now make ourselves. Yeah, it is really cool, isn't it? Would you like to? Should we find another little mountainous place to land into? You think we should do that, Swasti? Would you be up for that? If we can find a little flat nook again, maybe we can try and land it again. How about that? How about that? Okay, how about right ahead of us here? No, that is tight. That is tight. Okay, how about maybe here? Yeah, we can do it here. We can do it right here. Autopilot disconnected. Oh, side of a mountain. Okay, let's try and avoid that. Nice. Okay. Let's try and come in for a landing in this flat area that we see below us right here. Let's try and land here as well. Yeah, and then after that we'll take it back to the aerodrome we took off from and call it a day for now. So let's just have a little bit of fun here by trying to land it. We could also try to land by the water and go walk around more. Oh, that's a great idea. That's exactly what we'll do then. That is a great idea, and that's exactly what we're going to do now. Okay, so we're going to turn around here first and try and land this thing here, okay? So let me try and do that from the cockpit view here. Oh, goodness me. We're going to crash if I'm not careful. Okay. Cut the throttle there. Completely. Cutting throttle. Putting down the flaps completely. Giving it a bit of power. And let's find ourselves... Let's see if we can land this thing. Let us see. How much space do we have? Oh gosh, not a lot, but let's see. Okay. Oh, it looks smooth though. It looks really smooth. So I don't see a problem in this. I do not see a problem in this, so hopefully we'll be able to land it. Okay, our speed is dropping like crazy though. There we go. There we go. Okay, effectively we're just going to... There we go. Oh, no. Come on. Stabilize. There we go. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. We got ourselves to stabilize a little bit there. Look at it. Look at where we've landed. That is so cool. Oh, we need a bit of engine power here to keep ourselves going up. Otherwise, we're going to slide down the mountain. Don't slide down the mountain. Come on. Come on, go up the mountain. Don't go down the mountain. There we go. Let's see if we can get it to... Yeah, we're slowly climbing. There we go. Brilliant. Very nice. Perfect. Oh, that is good. We can take off from here. I'm pretty sure we can take off from here. It's a little bumpy, but we can take off from here for sure, right? There we go. Ooh, we need a bit more power. It's sliding back down. This is fun. I'm not gonna lie, this is really fun. This is really cool. I'm gonna do this with a lot more aircrafts because this is really cool. We're literally climbing up a mountain using a Cessna, which in itself is really cool. So let us turn this thing around and then we'll cut our throttle, okay? Turn this thing around like this and we shall cut our throttle. And we'll put on our parking brake so we don't slide down the mountain again. There we go. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Little slippery there. Look at us sliding down the mountain. We're just sliding down the mountain at this point. That is so cool. Okay, so let's jump into walk around mode here and have a look around as suggested. Okay, aircraft must be stopped. There we go. Look at us. We are in the mountains, New Zealand, and we're just walking around. Look at that. Look at the downward slope that we just climbed up on. We're going to take off on this right here, okay? We're going to take off on this right here. Very, very nice. Look at our aircraft looking really good here. It's looking unusually dark though. Was it this dark when we took off from Tekapo, or is it just that the contrast from the snow is making it look darker than it is? Nonetheless, it's looking good. Who's that in the cockpit? Hey, that's not me. Hey, that's not what my avatar looks like. Okay, interesting. Anyway, let's jump back in here. Let's get out of here, shall we? Okay, I've given it a bit of throttle. Speed should rise automatically here. Oh, goodness me. Come on, stay down. Oh, God, that crashed. Oh, so it's very difficult to take off. It's easy to land, but it's difficult to take off. It is fun, but it's difficult to take off. It's not easy to take off. I think you have to put your nose down when you're accelerating. Otherwise, you're going to have a very difficult time taking off. Yeah, you're going to have to keep your nose down to take off. So that's something that I've learned. You got to keep your nose down. Anyway, let's now fly back down to where we took off from. There's a lady in my cockpit. I don't know what she's doing there. Cut down our speed here. I'm going to reduce our propeller slightly. That's fine. I'm going to ask for 90% throttle, which seems to be more than the aircraft can give us. Just gonna pull up so we don't overspeed, and we're looking good. Okay, we're looking fine. Flaps are up, everything else is up. Cowl flaps are closed, very good. Okay, let's continue on our way back now to Tekapo Aerodrome, and let's try and land this thing properly. Look at the beautiful scene as we leave the mountains we're mucking about behind. Maybe next time I'll learn to land it a little better. Right? Anyway. Let's continue on here. Lady in my cockpit. We're gonna go back and land the aircraft, and then that's it for today's stream. That was a little fun stream, so let's just go back where we came from and land it pretty much. Let us go ahead and land it pretty much. Let's fly low. You know what? We're flying a little faster than we should. Flying a little faster than we should. So I'm just gonna cut our throttle and we're gonna nose dive here so we can check out the ground a little closer. What is that red thing? Wait, whoa. Is that a house in the middle of nowhere? Imagine living there. That is so cool. I gotta say. Imagine living there. That is so cool. I'm not landing here. I'm just skimming the surface, having a little bit of fun. Just flying really close to the ground. We'll be out of here in no time. We haven't had a successful takeoff out of this bush yet, so I'm tempted to try it. But there's too many rocks and the draw distance is not high enough, and I can't even tell when the rocks come about, so. Let's just head ourselves out of here. Nice and easy. Beautiful. Can this aircraft do a twist? Good question. Let's find out. Let's find out. We'll climb up and then we'll try and do a twist, yeah? It's an older aircraft, not very powerful. It's GA. It's a Cessna for the start of it, and I don't really think it can do much in the way of stunts. And aerobatics, but not going to stop us from trying. So you want me to do a twist, right? Let's find out. Ooh, no way, no way. Nope, no way. It can't do a twist from this altitude, I can tell you that. Maybe if we go a little bit higher. So let me try and go a little higher here. Then we can try and do a twist. So yeah. How are you enjoying the stream so far? Swasti, hope you're having a good time. Right. Okay, so you wanted me to do a twist, yes? Let's do a twist. Okay. I hope I'm not putting you to sleep trying to climb out here enough to do a twist. Okay, attempting a twist now. Attempting a twist now. And okay, technically it's a twist. That's a twist. That's a twist. And we are going to overstress our aircraft. Yep, but we made it. We did do a twist. And we crashed. So yeah, let's go back in and land it. Let's go back in and land it. Clearly this aircraft cannot do anything too aerobatic in nature. And I just hope you're not falling asleep at this point. So let's go ahead and land this thing, shall we? Okay. Let's head in and land this thing. Okay, I'm gonna say autopilot for the time being. I'm gonna say hold altitude. I'm going to say heading mode, please. And I'm going to put it right here. And we're gonna head back out of this area. Okay. We gotta land this aircraft real quick now. There is an airport nearer to us called Mount Cook. And I think that's where we're gonna put it down today. Yeah, let's go towards Mount Cook near us. In case you're wondering where I can see that, let me show you that on my little nav map, which I'm using today. So let me show you Mount Cook so we can land quickly. Here is, there it is. Hope you guys can see my little nav map. Where instead of going back to Tekapo, which is all the way here, we're gonna go back to Mount Cook, which is just nearby. So let's go ahead and prepare ourselves to do that. We're gonna have to turn around this mountain, and then we'll come in to land at Mount Cook. Won't be too long, maybe about 10 more minutes, then we'll be in. We also have landing replay available to us. So we'll also have landing replay for us today as well. Let's take a quick look at the views. Beautiful stuff. Gorgeous, look at that. Let me close up a little nav map for you. Thank you for trying the twist though. Of course, you're welcome. You're welcome. We crashed though. This aircraft clearly can't handle that stuff. I mean, probably in a few tries would be able to pull it off, but you know, it's not that big of a deal. I feel like we might make a better landing if we just go in for... Okay, let's find out. Let's find out. Mount Cook is supposed to be somewhere here. It's in the mountains. Ah, no. No, it's not in the mountains. That's why it's called Mount Cook. Ugh, what a genius. Okay, so it's in the mountains somewhere here, off to our right. And I don't know if I should attempt to land on that, because it does seem pretty difficult if I'm being honest. But you know what? in the spirit of trying it, let's just go in, shall we? We're over speeding here a little bit, so let's pull our propeller back down. There we go. RPM back down. Oh yeah, we crashed. I forgot about that. That's why our RPM is not pulled back down. There we go. Keep it fairly high, but in the green nonetheless. That is perfect. RPM is perfect. This can come down just a little bit more to keep it there. That is okay. Okay, so let's make our turn to the right. Let's make our turn to the right, and we will find ourselves somewhere near Mount Cook where we can land, hopefully. So I'm not too sure. Let us find out. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna jump over here. So let me just altitude up there, arm that. VS up please, 500, there we go. Let's put that heading down here. So we turn ourselves and get ourselves up and out of here. Okay. There we go. Just Swasti joining us for stream today. Our usuals are not here today. GeoAvi, Anas, and EM not joining us today for the stream. Nonetheless, we soldier on. Oh my goodness, that is too close for comfort. Come on, that is too close for comfort. Come on, turn around, turn around. Why are you taking so long to turn? Don't do me dirty like this, aircraft. Oh my goodness, look at how close we are. We need to increase that altitude up to 6,000. We need to arm it. We need to go to VS. Oh God. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna take manual control here. There we go. Just gonna take manual control here. Get ourselves up and out of here. Come on. Come on, you can do this. We've got the airspeed for this. You can do this. You can do this. Oh, we literally touched it, but we're out. We're out though. That's what matters. That's what matters. Okay, I'm gonna disengage the autopilot now. Perfect. Okay. Trying to get ourselves to Mount Cook as quickly as possible, and it's clearly that was not a good idea to try and traverse that. Did we have engine failure? Yeah, we did. No, our fuel is low. Oh, good lord. Good lord, okay. We switched the fuel tank right in time. Oh, goodness. That was close. That was worse than close. So I'm going to run the auxiliary fuel pump here for a second. Just to make sure we're getting the fuel flow we need. Okay, we're supposed to run it as we switch from dry tanks, but I didn't do that, so I'm just going to do that right away. Okay, we're officially closer to the airstrip that we took off from. So I'm just going to go for that instead of Mount Cook here. Okay, so strobe lights is on, landing lights can come on, taxi lights can come on too. Let's go ahead and put ourselves down here where we took off from. Brilliant. Just like that, we just passed the mountain again. Very good. Very good. Sky Dolly. Oh, thank you for reminding me. That is so cool of you to remind me, man. I didn't even remember about that. Let's record our little landing here. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Glad that you remembered, but I forgot. So let's come in to land here. And remember, this is my first ever okay, it's not my first ever attempt, but I've never landed the Stationair. Not once. I've never landed it properly at a runway. Not once. So let's find out how it's going to go. So this particular aerodrome, Tekapo Aerodrome that we took off from, should be off to our left. a little ahead off to our left. So we're just going to continue here for the time being. And let's see how it goes. Still descending a little bit, so let's climb. Let's climb slightly. Beautiful. Once again, lovely looking aircraft. The Stationair by Cessna. Okay, that was a little fun live stream while I took a closer look at our aircraft here today. Okay, the airstrip should be directly off to our left. And I don't see it, but let's go and find out where it is. Let's go and find out where it is. Oh god, that is my mistake, sorry. Press the wrong button, but here we are. Let's go ahead and find out where that airstrip is. Huh. It should be somewhere here. I have no visuals yet though. I have no visuals. Oh goodness, how far away is this thing? Don't have any visuals. Okay. I'm going to put our flaps down here. Okay. We're actually too fast for flaps at the moment. But still. Way too fast for flaps. Okay, I have no idea where this thing is, if I'm being honest. I don't know where it is. It might be ahead of us somewhere. It is supposed to be ahead of us, but where is the question? Where is the airstrip? Okay, coming into land, trying to find it. Is that it? I think that's it. Is that it? Goodness me, I don't know where it is. I don't know. Okay, I think I see it. I think it's the thing right about there. Yeah, okay, fine. Let's go ahead and cut our throttle down to idle here. Give us a little bit more. Put it back at 50%. Push our RPM to max, fuel mixture to rich. Let us try that. Goodness me, I have no idea where the airstrip is. I don't see the runway, if I'm being honest. I just know it's in this area. That's all I know about it. That's all I know about it. I think I see it. You think you see it? Well, I'd love for you to tell me where it is right now because I don't know where it is. According to this thing, I'm there. I have to be there. Now, I don't know where it is. Oh, maybe I do see it. Maybe. Okay, by now I should have gone around by now, but I can't. Let's try again. Flaps down. Throttle 90%. Trying to figure out where on earth this airstrip is. Okay. Oh, for the love of God, where is this thing? Oh, I see it. I finally see it. It's right here. It's right there. Okay. So this is the only thing that gives me a clue. These 4 trees right here, or whatever they are. Yeah. There we go. That is a difficult airstrip. Those 4 trees were the only marker I really had for the airstrip. There we go. Let's see how this turns out. I don't have a high hope for this landing, the way we are coming in. Okay. Come on. Come on. Oh, we did touch down though. Oh, we're too fast. Oh, goodness me. Going around. Going around. We're too fast. We are too fast. We're gonna go around here. That was too fast. Yep, that was definitely too fast. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna turn around and come back in one more time, and this time I'm gonna come in much slower, maybe around, oh god, I don't know why I keep pressing that button instead of the correct one for the changing the views. Keep pressing that button, it's annoying. Okay. Should have put our flaps up. And okay, let's turn around right away. I need to slow down our aircraft too, so we're doing okay. That's fine, we'll be alright. Okay, let's try that. Let's try that. Okay, going in a little slower than I normally would. Let's try and maintain about 60 knots this time for the landing. Maybe this time I'll be able to make it. I'm trying to touch down at about 60 knots because the last time we bounced. This is the one thing I hate about these Stationair aircraft. Oh god. There's a bunch of trees ahead of us. I need to avoid them. Okay. Okay. Oh, so bouncy. Why is it so bouncy? Okay. We landed this thing, but at what cost? I don't know. It's because in the default view, I should have sat up, huh? I should have sat up like this. To help us. Okay, nonetheless, we are back at Tekapo. We are back at Tekapo. Let's turn off our strobe. Those lights can come off. Just park ourselves right about here, and then we'll take a look at our landing replay, which cannot be good. There's no way our landing replay is any good. Okay, there we go. Taxi lights off. Let's get out here. Let's take a look at our landing replay, and there's no way it's any good. No way. Okay, let's have a look really quickly here. Yeah, well, considering it was my first ever time flying the aircraft, I don't think I'm not going to complain too much, but let's find out. How terrible was that landing on a scale of 1 to 10? Here we go. Replay. Replay. Okay, floater there. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's terrible. That is terrible. And then we did some side to side skidding action there. That is not good. That is not good. I clearly do not know how to land this aircraft. Okay. Let's have a look at one more view of the landing replay. Probably from this view because it's really cool. Yeah, from this view. That is terrible. That is horrible. But yeah, first ever landing, and this thing is not easy to land at all. Let's have a look at it one more time. Yes, the runway is really beautiful, isn't it? It is very, very nice area. Unfortunately, I botched that landing real nicely. Look at that. Bounce, bounce, and oh god, terrible. Terrible. Okay. I need to get more used to this thing. Yeah, okay. And as usual, after I screw up a landing on live, I have to come back redeeming myself, right? So you better be sure that there's going to be another live stream with this very aircraft. I have to land it properly, you know, I have to redeem myself. But anyway, I think that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. And if you did, please leave a like. Make sure that you subscribe, follow, all that good stuff on Twitch and YouTube if you can. Thank you so much for watching. And I shall catch you very, very soon on my next live stream. Okay? That being said, Swasti, thank you so much for being in the chat here. And I hope to catch you very, very soon. Hope you had a little bit of fun. I'll leave it here for today, and I shall see you guys later. Bye bye. We'll fly it again. See you soon.